Good day, viewers. You're welcome back to our channel, Aliphatic Teaches. Today, we're going to be looking at exponential equation in our mathematics class. Just before we move on, if you are a new member on this channel, kindly subscribe and click the notification bell for my subsequent content. Now, in our previous classes, we've discussed on indices, the rules of indices. Today, we are going to be looking at exponential equations in indices. Now, in exponential equations, we are going to be using the term solve. Anytime in mathematics you use solve, it means you have to find the unknown letter in the particular equation. And we have differentiated between expression and equation. So today's equation, we're going to be having equal signs. So let's dive in. Example 1, solve the following equations. Now I want to solve the equations. The first one, 5 raised power x is equals to 25. Now to find the value of this x, let us make this 25 to a base of this 5. So we have 5 raised power x is equals to, this 25 will be 5 raised to power 2. That is, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 goes in 5, x is equals to 2. So the value of x here is 2. The second one, 8 raised power x is equals to 32. So we have 2 raised power 3x. So 2 raised power 3 is 8 with our x is equals to 32. 2 in 5 places, that is 2 raised power 5. Now we have the same base, so 2 goes in 2, so 3x is equals to 5. I need my x, I need to remove this 3, so I have to divide both sides by 3. So 3x divided by 3 is equals to 5 divided by 3. 3 goes in 3, so my x equals to 3 goes in 5, we have one whole number, 2 over 3. C, 4 raised power c minus 1 is equals to 64. Now looking at this, you want to make it to the same base. I can make this 64 to be 4 raised power something. So I don't need to change it to 2 raised power. So 4 raised power c minus 1 is equals to 64 is 4 raised power, that is 3. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 4 goes in 4. So we have c minus 1 equals to 3. So we take this minus 1 to the other side. When minus 1 is crossing is equals to, it changes to plus 1. So c is equals to 3 plus 1. C is equals to 4. Example 2. Solve the following equations. A, we have x raised power 1 over 3 is equals to 4. Now when you look at this, there is no way we can make these two to the same base. This is base of x, while this one is 4. So in this case, what we are going to do is, since we are to find the value of x, look at the power of x is 1 over 3. Then when we have 1 over 3, inverse of 1 over 3 is 3 over 1. So we have to multiply both powers by the inverse of this 1 over 3. That is x raised to power 1 over 3 multiplied by 3 over 1 is equals to 4 raised to power 3 over 1. 3 goes in 3, so s is out. We have x to be equals to 4 raised to power 3. So x is equals to 4 raised to power 3 means 4 in 3 places, which is going to give us 64. The second one, n raised to power minus 2 over 3 is equals to 9. Likewise, the same thing here as is in the case of this one. This is n, this is 9. We can now have the same base. In this case, what we're going to do is, we check the power. The power of n is minus 2 over 3. And the inverse of minus 2 over 3 is minus 3 over 2. So we multiply the power by the inverse. That is n is equals to minus 2 over 3 times minus 3 over 2, which equals to 9 raised power minus 3 over 2. Now 3 cancel 3, 2 goes in 2. Minus and minus give us plus. Our n is out. So we have 9 raised power minus 3 over 2. Now according to what we did in our indices, This minus will change to 1 over. So we have 9 raised to power 3 over 2. Then the next one is 1 over. You have your square roots. This 9 will be inside this place. Don't forget, in this one is 2. We don't need to put 2 here. But we know in our mind that 2 is here just because square root itself is 1 over 2. Then you open your bracket and close it, raised to power 3. Now, which means 1 over. The 2 that is here means what you can multiply twice to give us 9, which is 3 times 3 raised to power 3, then your square roots. So when I pick one of these 3, the square root will disappear and I will introduce my plus or minus. Therefore, n is equals to 1 over 3 raised to power 3. So 3 raised to power 3, this 3 means 3 in 3 places, n equals to 1 over 27. So that is the value of n. Question C. We have 2a raised to power minus 1 over 2 is equals to minus 14. Now, if you look at this question, the first thing we have to note is, let us make this equation like equation A and equation B by taking away these 2. And don't forget, what is joining them together is multiplication. So the inverse of multiplication is division. We divide both sides by these 2. 2a raised to power minus 1 over 2 divided by 2 equals to minus 14 divided by 2. 2 goes in 2. A equals to minus 1 over 2 is equals to 2 here, 1, 2 here, 7. Minus 7. Next one is to find the value of A. A and minus 7 are not of the same base. So you look for the power and multiply by the inverse. A raised to power minus 1 over 2 times minus 2 over 1 is equals to minus 7 raised to power minus 2 over 1. So 2 goes in 2. Minus and minus give us plus. A is out. Here, our minus here will change to 1 over minus 7. So minus 2 over 1 give us 2. So we have 1 over minus 7 times minus 7, which is equals to A equals to 1 over. Minus times minus is plus. 7 times 7 is 49. So 1 over 49. The last one, question D, we have 5x is equals to 40x bar minus 1 over 2. According to what we did here, let us eliminate this 5 first by dividing both sides by 5. I have 5x divided by 5 is equals to 40 x to power minus 1 over 2 divided by 5. If you have it this way, 5 goes in 5, 5 here 1, 5 here 8. I have x is equals to 8x to power minus 1 over 2. There is an unknown on the left hand side, which is our x. Likewise, on the right hand side. Now, we have to make it to the x together. Take it together so that it should be 1. Okay, let me do it this way. X is equals to 8 multiplied by x is power minus 1 over 2. So x is equals to 8 multiplied by. This minus changes to 1 over x is power 1 over 2. So we have x is equals to 8 times 1, 8 over x is power 1 over 2. Let me see over 1 here. For me, I can cross multiply. X will come and make x. I'm going to have x multiplied by this. You multiply this. X is power 1 over 2 is equals to 8 times 1. We have 8. Don't forget, there's a power of 1 here. So pick one of these x since they have the same base. X is power 1 plus 1 over 2 is equals to 8. Now let us work out this. X is power 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 equals to 8. Let's find the LCM. LCM of 1 and 2 is 2. 1 goes in 2, we have 2. 2 times 1, we have 2 plus. 2 goes in 2, we have 1. 1 times 1, we have 1. So x is equals to x is power 2 plus 1. 3 over 2 equals to 8. Now, to eliminate my 3 over 2 so that I can get my x, I have to multiply the numerator, the power, by the inverse of 3 over 2, which is 2 over 3. That is s to power 3 over 2 times 2 over 3 is equals to 8 to power 2 over 3. This cancels this. S is out. So 8 is power 2 over 3. Then it becomes cube root of 8. Then my 3 here will be here. Raised to power 2. So what it means is What you can multiply in 3 places to get it, actually it is 2 times 2 times 2, then raised to the power 2. Your 3 is there. Now pick one of it. We have 2 raised to the power 2. Finally, our s is equals to 2 raised to the power 2 give us what? 4. So this is how to work out exponential equations, and this is our lesson 1. We will be moving on to lesson 2 in our subsequent classes. If you are a new member on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell for my subsequent content. Thank you.